Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Be a Movie Snob. Oh man, am I just so glad to finally be home and getting this sweet sake. Oh Mariah, it's so good you're here. I'm just gonna fall asleep. I hope Mariah doesn't disappear because she's not really here. Mariah, wait, get off the screen.
Oh, I'm gonna go.
No, get off the screen real quick. Oh,
Act like you're at a Coldplay concert.
Hey, where'd Mariah go? Oh, hey Pat, I see you there. I'm here.
Hey.
Was Mariah ever here to begin with? Welcome back, guys. We're doing acting now. Pat, you're just shaking your
We're
head.
gonna reenact all the movies from now on, everyone.
Be Kind Rewind is now our new theme, guys.
It's just
We're
like
just
our kids
gonna redo
putting
it
on
out.
a play.
That's right.
Watch
Guys, we got a new movie, and if you can't tell what it is yet, that's not surprising at all.
That's shocking.
It would be really weird if you did
If
know.
you figured out
Walked
the movie by what we
right
just did,
into it.
Yeah.
Impressive. My name's Seth. I'm joined in studio by...
Mariah.
Hi, I'm Ryan.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
She's on a delay.
Delay.
Good evening.
Fine.
And I'm joined out of studio by...
Pat. Rick.
Jerky.
Pat
That's
Rick.
actually his first and last name. First name Pat, last name Rick.
That's right.
Pat Rick.
Pat Rick. Travel Adventures.
Mr. Rick.
Mr. Tricky. Guys, we are three people trying to watch some movies and learn more about movies and pretend to be movie snobs. And this journey has taken us all over the history of movies and all over the world to different places. And this movie is no exception. We go far and abroad and we go through time in more ways than one. And we find cinema history here, folks. I don't want to play this one up too much.
Carmen Sandiego, but
Yeah, no, Carmen Sandiego. Although I wonder if there's some clues. That would, I feel like we should go back and watch those shows. Maybe there's deeper things in there that have references
where
to this.
in the world is our movie from?
Where is in the world? So this movie comes from the Far East. It was made a while ago, and it takes place even further back ago.
Ooh,
You can
further
quote me.
back
You can
ago.
quote me on that, folks. I want to give my hot take so bad. I'm just holding back so much.
You can go first if you're ready to go.
I'm so excited for this movie. This movie is one of the most influential and perhaps underrated directors of all time. This movie has influenced not only the country of which it's from's directors, who are a rather influential group of folks, but also directors. Some of the snobbiest directors of all time have been directly influenced by this movie and by this director. This movie, I was surprised I had not heard of. I don't know why I was surprised. I mean, we're not snobs.
Not yet.
We're not even like to the snobby level, but I couldn't believe I hadn't even heard of this guy because I've heard of some of his contemporaries in, popular songs and movies and everything else, video games. But for this was a very nice surprise for someone I've never heard of before. So, Patrick, what movie did we watch this week or this
We
2 weeks?
watched 1953's Ugetsu. Or the original title, Ugetsu Monogatari.
Very good, Pat. Very good.
Yeah, totally nailed that.
Translated, coming from the book Tales of Moonlight and Rain by forgive me, Uyaida Akinari. Anyways, and so this is the book that it was based on. Very fun stuff. It does vary from the original tale, of course. We'll talk maybe about that a little bit. And who's this director, Mariah? You want to give us our first pronunciation? We practice a little bit, but we'll see how we're doing.
It's Kenji Mizoguchi.
Great.
Nice. Yeah, Kenji Mizoguchi. Kenzo Mizoguchi. Sorry, guys. As someone who lived in Asia, I'm embarrassed by how hard it is sometimes for me to get Japanese pronunciation, which honestly,
Arigato.
as English, like the English letters that are used to spell out Japanese names, it's very logical. It's like one of the most logical, like the like original language to English to spell it out. It's very easy compared to some other language. So that's why I'm always upset. Say you, because it's usually like Mizoguchi. Then you just say Mizoguchi. So it does that. It's actually a very logical reading. I've never like seen a Japanese name and be like, that doesn't make sense the way they pronounce that. What are you saying?
It's fairly phonetic.
Yeah, it's fairly straightforward. So that's why I'm always embarrassed when I can't pronounce it when it's like it's spelled out in front of me. This movie, I can't wait to talk to you guys about it because it was such a surprise. So without further ado, we're going to start out with something called Cold Brews and Hot Takes. I was so sad because I could not get to the supermarket and get like I couldn't get a Sapporo, I couldn't get a Kirin, I could not get any beer. So instead, anytime is a good time for Suntory time. I don't think I quoted that right. So Mariah and I, hey, cheers. We're gonna have a little whiskey to start us off. Should be sake because of the movie. There's a lot of references to that. But guys, this movie was more entertaining than any of the Kurosawa movies I've seen so far. Yeah. No. I was in way sooner than I thought. And I am a Kurosawa fan, by the way. No hate for Kurosawa. We wouldn't have Bug's Life without... There would be
bold.
No Bug's Life without Seven Samurai. There would be... Without all these huge movies... of the Kurosawa. I mean, it's in a Bare Naked Ladies song. I mean, come on, people. Kurosawa is staple. There's a mode in a video game that's Kurosawa mode. Like, he is like Japanese cinema. But darn it, this movie had me right away. And Kurosawa also says this is an influencer to him as well. So there we go. But this movie was so... It just got my attention. I literally was going in to watch this movie with dread and just like, it's late night. I need to start watching this movie. Okay, I'll start it tonight and I'll get to it tonight. And I turned it on and I'm like, okay, we're still getting my popcorn, drinking. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, we're in. We're going. And I was so excited. And then I didn't even see the turn coming. So there's a big reveal at the end. There's a lot of things I just didn't expect. Thankfully, I hadn't read up on this movie before I watched it. So it was very, very good. So I enjoyed this more first watch than I have any of the Kurosawa movies I've seen so far. Now, There are several Kurosawa movies I haven't seen because, again, we're still on the way to being movie snobs. But I just want to say, I enjoyed this more than Kurosawa. Hot take. Bam.
Whoa.
Coming out hot, folks.
That's pretty hot.
Pretty hot.
Yes.
Mariah, you ready to go or you want me to jump in?
I like to go last, you know.
You know that.
Okay, great.
Whether I'm ready or not.
I could find a way to relate Space Sailor IPA to this movie.
I'd be impressed. Please do.
There's a boat.
Good. I like that.
There's a sailing.
That's
moment.
legit.
And it's there's some out there storytelling, going on.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is Space Sailor IPA from Crescent City, California, and Earth, it says.
The home of the tsunami.
My hot take. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My hot take is if you want to see what the best of Japanese cinema in 1953 has to offer, watch Tokyo Story.
Oh, boo. Yeah.
That was a good one.
You did notice I didn't say better than Ozu.
I did.
You did notice I didn't say better than Ozu.
I did notice
and the fact that those movies came out the same year, that's where I was like...
Seven Samurai was 1954, so I
yes.
I maybe could have pulled that in, but I didn't.
No.
Not the year of our mother's birth.
And first of all, that is the least hot take of all time. Calling Tokyo the best Japanese movie of 1953.
It's pretty specific. I
suppose, very specific.
But still, I am going in a slightly different direction than Seth, I think.
Oh, for sure. I can't wait to have this argument. Because, that's great. That's, again, I forgot that Tokyo Story came out in 1953. And as many of you know, Tokyo Story is on my top 10 of all time. So that's where it gets a little dicey here. But I did not... Oh, Pat,
This conversation
this is going to get
be
rough. This is going to get
continued for
rough. Here we
sure.
go. This might have to go straight into a top 10 list, guys. I can't wait.
Whew.
Whew.
Oh,
Mariah,
hey.
without further ado.
My hot take is that this horror movie ghost story is less scary than Christian Andersen's Fables.
Well,
But
yeah.
I would compare this mishmash of tales to that type of storytelling. And yes, this movie came out 23 days after our mother was born.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
Phew.
We get into this every now and again where it's like, this movie, or movies we've seen, feel older than they are. It's kind of shocking. It's like, whoa.
The black and whiteness of it all. Or...
The black and whiteness. Obviously, it was a period piece as well. There's just I'm like, oh, 53. That is not that long ago. It's just kind of shocking. We've had those movies in the 60s, right? And you're like, whoa. That is, every now and again, you're just like, honestly, even Mulholland Drive. When was this filmed?
Yeah.
2000?
Yeah, that one, it feels like 90s.
Like, what?
It feels 100% like 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, my other hot take I was going to go for is this does a better job than Mulholland Drive at telling a cool, twisty ghost story.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But you
I don't-
also
I-
have
I
to
don't-
declare that Mulholland Drive is a ghost story.
Yeah, that's true. It's reading too
Of
much into
sorts.
Mulholland Drive. You're assuming things about what's actually going on in Mulholland Drive. That's fair.
So speaking of first-time watchers, I knew nothing about this.
Same.
Deliberately, I
Yeah, me
did
too.
not look at it.
Yeah. And I wonder if, for me, I don't know, not knowing this is based off some pretty long-standing historical, fables in Japan, or, that, like, it took me a while to be like, oh, there's, like, some supernatural stuff going on. And I didn't. It was good, probably, but it felt...
Probably?
It
Probably?
felt so out of nowhere to me, based off what I'd watched up to that point, that I don't know. There's something like, I wasn't wrapped in a fable the whole time. I went from thinking something more like Seven Samurai in a way, to like, oh, we're doing this now, and now it's like a morality tale of some kind. It was just, it was. I wonder if I didn't benefit from some of that knowledge, like me just being a white American,
Yeah.
and I couldn't like relate to some of the like, oh, I see they're pulling from this story, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I just was trying to play catch up the whole time.
I started it that same way, and then after I had started watching, I did look at my phone to see like what's going on here. But yeah, the beginning is a very Seven Samurai kind of vibe. Like the whole
for
Taubert,
sure.
he's very
We're the
reminiscent
village.
of the comic
Yeah.
relief.
Comic relief, yep.
Yeah, we're just hanging out in the village that the
Yeah.
gets invaded.
Yeah.
But they have a weird B story that you're like, oh, equally kind of pathetic in some ways. That's an interesting trope, maybe, of the like sad sack villagers thing, or their lives are sort of
Like in Kurosawa's
obsessed
Seven
or
Samurai.
controlled
Yeah.
by like samurai.
Mm-hmm.
So I did
By the
actually.
way-
That felt like a nice connective tissue thing.
Yeah, let's do a little spoilers here to get out of the way. If you haven't seen the movie, first of all, go see it. It's one of the classics. Like
It's in theaters right
It's
now.
in theaters right now. It's actually
Double
double
billing
feature
with
with
Superman,
Superman. You beat me to it. This movie takes place in samurai Japan, and it starts out in the scroll, the opening scroll. And it talks about this is 1500s, 1600s. That's what it says in the beginning.
Late
And
1500s, I believe.
by the way, what a terrible time to live. Like between watching Seven Samurai and Ugetsu, like
not only do you live in these conditions, but here comes some soldiers.
Everyone's dying, everyone's getting raped. Just so you know,
here's a
it's
war,
all
buddy.
happening.
Yeah.
It's nothing. There's no control. It's just chaos. It makes the Wild West seem like, oh, that's fine, no big deal. Like Samurai Japan. And so, what makes this movie novel, though, it comes from the peasant's perspective, and immediately. That's where I was like, oh, this is way different than Seven Samurai. Because I was thinking the same thing. Seven Samurai, Yojimbo. I was like, okay, where are we going with this here? And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, we're going from their perspective, not only their perspective, but only their perspective. The samurai are the other in this movie, which is great. I love. It is the little, it is the downtrodden, and it is mwah. Chef's kiss for me. Obviously, you guys just like the powerful.
How did you really feel?
Are you guys
about
just
it?
like great man like theory? Is that your thing, guys? Is that why you guys just didn't like this movie? Because you don't like cheering for the oppressed? Is that the problem with this movie?
I'll tell you why later.
Okay, we'll get to that later.
Some issues.
Is it because it was feminist? Is that why you don't like this movie?
Oh yeah, the powerful women in this.
Strong
I was
like,
women.
Hey,
what
they
is
are
this
strong
movie
movie
trying to teach me, right? Like, if you stop the movie at certain points, you're like, whoa, that is a grim lesson.
It's a great lesson. I not only do I like this lesson more than most Hollywood movies and American movies, we'll get into that too, because it's such a I love so many things about this, because it says, hey, American movie making, you're not true in so many ways, and there's a lot of things I love about it. You guys obviously are gonna totally agree with me. I can't wait. So there's this village, and these two brothers. One is a farmer. One of them is a ceramics maker, and they are trying to figure out ways to make money from the current war that's going on between two samurai tribes, or two samurai armies. And so they're trying to sell their wares and make a bunch of money before, because during wartime, you can charge exorbitant prices, whatever. Meanwhile, they have some wise people in the village telling their wives they should be thinking about the war. They shouldn't be trying to just make a quick buck or make a lot of money. And so they decide to still make the money. And then, of course, the samurai come to invade the village, and they still they hide out in the wilderness, and they still come back. Good news, all of the stuff they're trying to bake. Like, he does not want to leave his kiln. He wants to make sure he gets that last batch of...
He didn't even want to put it out.
No, he just wanted to keep it, and he didn't put it out. It went on its own. So he literally was adding wood to it as he ran away into the woods. And he did get back in time to get the things, and they were
with no care for his wife and child.
None whatsoever. Just make that money.
Or waiting.
Make that money. Anyways,
money.
Who are all in danger.
Yes, exactly right. And so then they end up getting the ceramics, and they don't get caught by the samurai, barely. And then they said, we need to get to the next city to sell our wares. Let's keep this money train going. And so then they get on a boat and head to the big city, only to be scared away by a dead guy saying, don't do it. Don't do it.
Pirates.
A lot of warnings in this movie.
There's
a lot of
foreshadowing.
So you know what he said? Like any logical person, I'm just gonna drop off my wife and child on the bank, and then still go and sell my wares
with no supplies.
No supplies. Surprise! You get no supplies. So they go to the city. The other guy, by the way, we got to talk about the other guy. The farmer has one dream in life, and that is to be a baseball player. No, just kidding. It is to be a samurai. So all he wants to do is follow a samurai, and he hilariously just bows down to every samurai he ever sees. They kick him out. They come back with armor and a sword. His wife's like, you're an idiot. Just get back to the farm and work. I love his wife, by the way. She's my favorite character maybe in the movie, because she's
great.
She's the best. Sassy pants, kicking butt, taking names.
Sure.
And got the job done, frankly, in the end. She knew how to make money when it counted. Her chips were down, but she was still bringing bread home. We'll get to her in a second. So
I'm going to chew my arm off thinking about...
I'm no longer be allowed to give the summaries ever again.
Yeah.
By the way, a lot of spoiler alerts.
Seth's version of this.
Oh, it's so good.
Story
It's so good. So they cruise
She
across
was
the
so
river.
happy.
They leave. The brother's wife, the farmer's wife, comes with them, but the ceramic seller leaves the wife and child on the banks, and they go off to the city. And then they go and they sell their wares, and then some real fancy lady comes to buy the wares. It's like, hey, could you deliver it to my palace? Here's the location. We'll take care of it when you get there.
Little ghost to walk around with your own money.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. What am I, a plebe? Come on now. Meanwhile, the other guy runs away to go follow another samurai again. No, to go buy some
his gear.
To buy his gear. He's so stoked to have his money. And it's almost like he gets the money and he just bolts, and his wife and his brother like, what the heck are you doing? He goes to buy his gear, finds a guy, someone getting killed and beheaded, which they don't show, but very kind of tastefully. And then he kills the guy that beheaded the other guy.
So he could take credit for it.
Which I'm like, what's he doing? Why does he care about this head? Takes it to whoever. By the way, how does he know who to take a head to? Is there like a...
It's the other side.
Yeah. Whatever. And so he takes it the head. Turns out he killed didn't kill. He found the head of a super famous general. And so he becomes not only a samurai, but he becomes a famous samurai. He has his own vassals. He has his own sword. His own horse. And so he's cruising around. And then we're going to come back to him in a second. So hold that story. And meanwhile, the guy who's got the ceramics goes to the royal of some type. We're not sure.
The rich lady's house.
And she says, you're such an amazing artist. You're the cartoonist like I've never seen. When you draw... And sorry, Pat, I was looking at you. When you make ceramics,
she wanted him
it
to
is
draw
like,
her like this French girl.
Yeah.
And cartoon me like those French girls.
Stay with me forever.
Oh, how many times at the office, Pat, do you have to say that? Say people.
Getting all kinds of weird marriage proposals.
In his home office.
Because of my talent.
Oh, that's how he met his wife, guys.
Exhausting.
And so, needless to say, things go a little far. They end up getting married, apparently. You know what I mean. And so then there's a lot of like pressure in between the mom who's hanging out a lot and then some dad who's like ghost dad's talking. And that's when we start to wonder, why is there a ghost dad talking? We'll talk that a little bit. Go back to our samurai friend. He goes, they're cruising around with all his new vassals. Like, hey, we want to go to the lovely house of pleasure. Brothel, sure. It's Bothell is where you like said. Oh no, brothel. Yes, that's true too.
Cat house.
Cat house. And so they go there and they're having a good time. And who does he run into? But his wife.
Ouch.
Awkward. And she's like, pay me. It's your fault. I got raped. Now I'm working here. Now I'm a geisha. And he's like, none of this is worth it without you, which is a very sweet scene, actually. I cried a little bit. Just because you guys are not emotionally available like I am. Don't blame me because I actually had a good time and enjoyed this movie. So they then take off, and so that story's. We'll get that story later.
The punchline of that is she took him back. She got raped and taken into
We'll get there. Mariah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
What?
Yes, she's not wrong.
What a touching.
This is Mariah.
Oh,
And after he
She's
had his
so
fun,
great though.
he
She's
said,
like, this
okay.
is your fault. So there's no like, it's not like he doesn't like get the buck pat. Like there's no question in the movie who's like,
he gets a tongue lashing. She's selling her body.
oh my gosh. Oh, hey.
Hope you're
she
proud
don't stop.
of yourself.
I know, it's great. All
You
those
and
things are
your
true.
Metal vest.
Yep. And he's like, it doesn't mean anything without you. Meanwhile, at the rich lady's house, who's now her
Ghost wife.
We don't know if it's a ghost wife yet until later. Mariah's giving away. Sorry, spoiler alert.
I can't hold the range.
No, you can't hold it back.
It's coming out.
So, come to find out, he finally breaks down, runs into a Buddhist priest, writes a bunch of kanji on his back, he's like, you're being haunted. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Goes back to his wife, and his mom's like, what do you have written on your chest? Take it off. And they can't like touch him or something. And it's very cool.
It's on its skin.
And then all of a sudden he's fighting the air and them, and all of a sudden he's passed out, wakes up the next day, and say a bunch of gentlemen are like, "Hey, give us our sword back." He's like, "This is the sword of the house of this place." And he's like, "That place hasn't been around for years." Wah wah wah.
Nobody's been there.
Turns around the
That
big house that he was living
burned
in. It was just
down.
there's just shreds of it, and so he realizes what just happened, and he goes home to his wife and kid. Mariah, what happens when he goes home to his wife and kid? You know you want to talk about this scene. No.
Well,
Say it right, Mariah. Gosh, Mariah's the worst about spoiler
she's
alerts.
so happy he's finally home.
She's
and
never
she
happy
makes
once.
some dinner
Mariah, you're not allowed to.
She's
Okay,
got
so Mariah's
warm
not
food
watching this
and
movie.
kid is sleeping.
I'm
Warm food
convinced the
and
more
sake.
Mariah talks about this movie, the less I think she's
No,
watched
she
it.
says,
The
"I'm
kid
so
is
glad
tucked
you're
in.
home."
Yes, but her face is sad the entire time. Not once is she
'Cause
really
she's-
happy.
She's a ghost.
Oh, come on, Mariah, you're killing me here. Okay, guys,
We
so
did.
set
We
this
did
up.
previously see her stabbed
Yeah.
on the road.
Yeah, I did.
unclear.
With
forget
the
I did-
screaming
I
child
did
on her
omit that
back.
part. I did omit the part where she was stabbed on the road, and that was a long scene too. So it's messed
After
up.
he abandons her on the bank of a river,
We've already said that. We don't need to go over that again. We already know he's in it.
gets killed.
She seemed shockingly in good spirits when he got home.
Yeah.
Puns.
So
that was odd.
Yes.
And then we find out she died. The son had been living with the village elder.
But came into
And-
the house when he the night before was sleeping
yes.
there. Oh, that was great.
And then
Yeah.
they all lived
Did you
happily
cry
ever
then,
after.
too?
Yes, because she was so sad. She was so
Yeah.
sad,
She
and
was so dead.
the sake.
She's like, don't worry about any of the stuff you did. It's all forgiven. I love you.
No. She says you finally became the man I wanted you to be, and I am not here to enjoy it. And he's not happy because he knows he'll never make it up to his wife, and she's not happy because she knows she doesn't get to live with him anymore. And then the farmer's actually working hard, and yeah, it's a beautifully not happy ending, but a happy ending.
It's a happy,
great.
unhappy ending.
It's great.
Or not happy
It's
ending.
so
Lessons were learned? Question mark.
so good. No, lessons were great. Learn.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know why? Because you're a product of the American media, and you just
Hold a grudge.
you
were
watch
learned.
The Notebook and think this is true. This
I'm
is
holding
not
a
true.
grudge. Sorry.
It's where the wild ride, folks, is 3/4 of the way in the movie. You're like, oh, greedy husbands get what they want.
Narcissist.
No, they don't.
They do for a
three
while.
quarters of the way
yes.
in the movie.
No,
Yes, they do.
but you know what that-
wives get punished, husbands get rewarded,
Which is
and
Women
then it's
suffer.
like,
Women suffer.
and then it's honestly they gave up the thing that they wanted because
Thought
I guess
they
they
because
wanted-
what's the real?
semi-realized.
Because Pat, what's the real story here?
Because the grass is not greener.
Yeah, what you want isn't actually what you want. The thing
Yeah,
you
but,
think you want is never fulfilling.
You just have to get your wife killed or turned into
I
prostitution
feel like you didn't watch
for
the
you
same
to learn
movie.
this lesson.
You guys do not care about the
The-
actual point of this movie.
I'm pretty mad
The ghost.
as a woman.
Here, so with the samurai story, that makes more sense to me because he has everything he wants and he gives it up when he sees his wife, the state she's in, and he's like, yeah, okay.
It's a little too
With
late.
the-
That's what I'd say.
With the Potter, he would have happily been. It seemed like he would have gone back to the native land of the dead with her, if not for passing that priest on the road, who was
Yeah.
like, "You got death on you,"
Yeah.
because he was happy. It wasn't like he was unhappy. He said it was the happiest he's ever been.
Pat, I'm really confused right now.
Only once he was like,
Did you not watch
know.
this movie?
No, are you guys? I feel like you've watched Nightmare Before Christmas one too many times. It's not happy to go to the Day of the Dead, people. This isn't like a fun thing to do to go get haunted the rest of your life.
well,
And everyone
He
who
seemed
would have
like he was having
watched
a great
this
time.
before Tim
Depends on the
Burton
ghost.
took over cinema, it's not good to go to the haunting place. It's like a
yeah,
form.
but we didn't see that.
I don't
we
know.
didn't see that hell was
You have to,
on
so
the
they have to
burning
spell it
side.
out for you.
I don't know. Vincent Price made it
I
look
don't know.
pretty good too.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what it was like for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. You guys are like, death isn't bad,
Oh, so
guys.
this is-
I could have just
this
gone to
is Corpse
death.
Bride.
It
Who are
seems
we
pretty
to
good.
say?
Oh my gosh.
Who are we to say?
This is Corpse Bride.
This is, yeah.
That's-
You're like, yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. Coraline.
Tim Burton has ruined
And
you two.
Coraline
You
at the
two are the
same time.
worst.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, death is bad. The ghost wife isn't a good option.
No, we know that, but like from his perspective, this wasn't a realization. For
It
him.
was.
He
What's
had
the
to
whole
be
fighting the ghost scene with the sword? What that is
because
literally.
once he got exercised or whatever.
Well, that was
Oh
once.
my
Yeah,
gosh,
once he was awakened.
It's the same thing. Exercise of seeing your wife when you're at the brothel, or realizing, who am I? I'm a horrible person. Because when he revealed to her, it was all the exercising at the same time. It was a spiritual, emotional realization.
I credit the Buddhist priest for all of that.
Yeah,
Which
well,
maybe I guess you're going, oh, if you follow the path of religion or whatever, this puts you on the right path.
So you're telling
Maybe
me
there's something in that, right?
that you have to figure it out on your own, and you can't have a friend tell you, hey, don't be an idiot. Stop doing what you're doing. Because that's what it sounds like.
Yes.
Well,
Pull your
It's
own
less
bootstraps
good.
up, buddy. We
It's
don't want anyone to help
less-
me out to see what have my own faults.
it's
I'm pretty
less
sure he had
good.
enough warnings leading up to the choices he made.
So you're telling me humans in general can figure out what's wrong with themselves?
Some of us don't make mistakes in the first place. Is
'Cause
really the
from
point.
from my small observation
No
of humans,
regrets.
like in the history of all humans ever, they can't figure out what they're doing wrong.
I'm just saying it's a lot to forgive that guy.
Yeah, Mariah, you need to do that in your own life too, all right?
Yeah.
Let it go. Quit holding on to these pains. You're
I
not going to
think-
live a happy life if you don't forgive.
I think that's a
it's
good
a little prostitution. It's fine.
perspective.
We've all done a little prostitution in one way or another,
We've
all
all
right?
turned some tricks before.
I think I don't know. It just felt like he didn't have the agency like the samurai did.
Not until he went back with his son did he finally figure it out. And that's the point.
Right.
Like he didn't so I don't understand why he has to be this, like, what I like about it is they're not the same like aha moment where they in Hollywood they spell it out for you and then you turn and the music changes and the lighting changes. I loved how when he finally got home and saw his kid after he realized his wife was dead, that's when he changed. That was the moment. That was his seeing his wife in the brothel moment.
Yeah, and that's fair. But I think that's the thing when I was watching the movie. It was like, what am I rooting for here? You know, what am I taking away from it? And again, I think with the samurai story, he saw, despite getting everything he wanted, he saw what this had done to his wife. Again, his fault, and that turned him.
Honestly, the same thing happened to the other guy when he found out what he did it to his wife.
He's too late.
Yeah.
But I guess to me, that's where it's like him going back home was more like he failed what he was doing in the city. It wasn't like, oh no, I married a ghost woman and that was bad.
No.
It was like I kind of got cast out of that and I got freaked out. But he was mostly like, now I don't have money and I guess I got to go home. That's what it felt like to me. It wasn't like I need to get back home.
I gotta go back.
So the moment when he said to the ghost, his ghost wife, by the way, we should probably start using the characters' names.
Lady Wasaka.
A little ridiculous.
Ghost wife, pottery guy, samurai guy.
Yeah, Lady
So
Wasaka.
when he said to Lady Wakasa,
Wakasa.
Huh?
Wasaka.
Wakasa, yeah.
I was saying Wasaka.
Yeah.
My bad.
When he said to Lady Wakasa, like, I have been lying to you. Like he was already, the torment began there. I feel like they prolonged that scene a lot. Like I don't know why you guys feel like it didn't.
Well, even that
And
he was
Ghost
like,
wife
I
forgave him too. Like that's cool. Just stay with me.
No, she didn't forgive him.
We're gonna be in love forever.
No.
she
This
was-
is
she
more
was
like
trying to
corpse.
trap him.
This is more like death becomes her. You forget her because you're with me now. It's more like every reality show you've ever seen. It's like I don't care. You
But
chose me now. Guess what? She's no longer there. That's every movie you've ever seen.
You're here.
He was the most sorry to her, and I guess it wasn't clear. Was he in fear of them at that point, or was he actually like he didn't want to hurt her feelings? I couldn't actually interpret that because there's a version and you're like, it's
because you two are both dead
I'm so
inside.
I
sorry.
think fear.
Yeah, dead inside.
For
Both
sure.
of you guys.
She was dead.
Dead. She was dead outside.
Dead in and outside. And so was her
Maybe
nurse lady
alive inside,
and her father.
dead outside. I don't know.
So
They came
also,
back
was
just
sh-
so she could have sex. Like, that was the
Yeah.
whole point of that, too. Like, well, she
First
never
of all-
got laid before she died.
First of all,
so
legit.
we're back as ghosts so she
Legit.
can have ghost sex.
and
I say
Was
sexual
the-
love. I didn't say sex.
was the ghost dad happy about
Yeah.
that?
I mean, come on. You want
Did
you
we
want your
really-
kids to have a full life? Come on now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know that I understood what his intentions were about the whole thing.
Ghost dad?
Ghost
Yeah.
Dad. By the way,
He was kind of
Dad
"Ooh,
didn't
Good
have
movie.
a name. By the way, we
Ghost
know
Dad.
he's probably Lord Wakasa, but still.
Lord Ghost Father.
Is Ghost Dad Bill Cosby? Did I just say
So-
Ghost Dad's a
King
good movie?
Boo,
And that's
they
Bill
One of
call
my
Cosby?
him.
favorite themes of this movie is responsibility
was. Bad
over
movie.
your dreams. And it's the antithesis to all American follow your
Yeah.
dreams.
Anti-Western.
This is the anti La La Land. And I love that because my least favorite part about La La Land is just freaking compromise. Just one of you don't tour on the jazz bus for as long or don't take that role. La La Land is the lie of Hollywood. And don't get me wrong, I love La La Land. I'll watch that movie over and over again.
Well, I think it's the truth of Hollywood.
But the actual story and the point
See,
of
it
La La
wasn't
Land.
dark for me, so I didn't love it.
Yeah, the actual story of
I
La
need
La
the
Land.
darkness.
Oh, I love the end.
There
of
was
it.
no ghosts.
Zero ghosts.
But that's the thing. La La Land, the whole point is your dreams are more important than
it
your
was
interpersonal
colorful
relationships.
and-
Oh, it's great. And they sang, and it's the Hollywood lie. La La Land is the Hollywood lie. This movie is the Japanese saying, you need to take care of your family first, and that's what matters more than your dream.
So do you hate the Hollywood lie or you love the Hollywood lie?
I hate that people don't see it.
Do you know yourself?
Well, I think to me, the Hollywood lie isn't a lie. A lot of people do that. And
But they
that's
don't show
especially
the-
for like entertainment people. It's like, yeah, they don't work out because they are inherently selfish or so focused on
Yeah,
career
true.
that they are willing to do that.
And the best part of La La Land was not the best part. I like so many parts of it. Was that ending where it's just heartache, and that's great. And that's why La La Land is to me.
Yeah, it wasn't like, hey, this is best in
Yeah.
all the ways.
Yes. Yeah. So that was great about. But this one is like unapologetically, you literally wanted this dream more than you wanted the safety of your family. You wanted this money more than the safety of your family. You wanted this.
I think that's the part where it's such an extreme jump from, oh, I'm doing this for you. I want you to be proud of me. Meanwhile, the wives are literally saying, I don't need more money. I just need you to be safe or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, nope.
I'm
I
literally
gotta
going
do
to
this
run
thing.
out of this village, leave you in the dust to go buy a pretty
Wait.
outfit.
Are you saying the husbands weren't listening to their wives? That is, I can't believe that. Can you believe that, Mariah? I can't
Well,
even think of a husband who doesn't listen to their
I
wives.
mean, it's a stretch, but I could
if
put myself maybe in the similar mindset that I could believe that might happen.
Yeah. If
sometime.
I wanted to feel
Under certain
empathy with
circumstances.
them, I feel like the movie or the story could have done a little bit more to go from point A to point B, where it's like, oh, if we do this, we will never have to be worried about the army again, or whatever.
It
Some
was
nonsense.
pretty obvious. I mean, I don't know, Pat. Like,
It
I
was
feel
just
like if you did
so-
that, it makes it less. It takes away from. You're taking away from the intelligence of the viewer, though, because if you spell it out, like it's assumed that this is, and maybe it's because like when we see a rich lady in America, that's not weird in our context. Just to be
We're not
real,
like she's a ghost.
we're not, because like to be poor in feudal Japan, right? To see a rich ghost
see her
lady,
shoes?
not
That lady's
weird,
dead.
not weird.
That lady, you might want to check her ID because
She seems like a ghost.
be my first thought.
No,
That
but
first ghost.
like I still think of like feudal Japan. You don't get killed and raped if you're a rich person with people.
But if your
If you're a
husband
samurai,
leaves you,
if you're a samurai, you don't get killed and raped because you have samurai and you have people around you. If you're a peasant, you do.
you wander
So
off by
there's
yourself.
there's just a lot more consequence of like getting to that next level, which is unattainable in reality of of a peasant to get to that next level. Unattainable. So to have that in your
Unless you
grasp.
steal a general's head.
Again, yeah. Or, yeah, you sleep your way up through Hollywood. Whatever you want to do.
There are ways to get there.
I think that's some of the context stuff. Again, it is hard to set myself back to feudal Japan or even 1950s Japan and be like, what story am I getting out of this? Or what is the context I should be understanding? I'm just saying, for me as a storytelling thing right now, it felt like they established a not terrible home life for these folks. He's an artisan. I mean, they don't even talk about, it's not like Seven Samurai where everyone is clearly starving, and like it's really hard to get rice or whatever. It's like they seem okay.
Yeah.
They
Except they're running for their lives.
They're just not.
Well,
content.
no, but like before that.
Before
for
the
sure.
shows.
No, for sure. And I think that's what makes this
we
movie good,
start
though.
in an idyllic situation.
Okay.
Not one where it's like, I need to get us out of this. It's like why I stopped watching Weeds. It was like, you are okay. Quit putting yourself in worse situations.
See, but that's the human condition. Like you put yourself in worse conditions.
But I can only watch it so much.
I suppose so, but this
we'd
is
rather watch ghosts than real stuff.
And what's nice about and I think this is such a surprising twist in the spirituality of it. And I like the spirituality like twist to it a lot, of course, because I'm like it's so much more than just you went for the rich hot girl over your wife.
Also, when she showed up on screen, I was like, is she supposed to be prettier in real life? Because I did not think so.
It was definitely.
Why is her head dirty?
Yeah, the thing.
I did look up. I'll be in a fun
The
fact.
eyebrows.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is a very different
It's an interesting look.
look than what we find as attractive.
Other
It
question.
hasn't
2025
come back
America.
yet.
No,
Did other people see them, or did only he see them?
that's a great question, actually.
Well,
Like, because do people go, that is the ghost of Lady Wakasa walking around? Or is it like no one sees her
I
until...
assume no one saw
I
it.
imagine nobody saw her.
Yeah, the way
But the
they
priest
played
knew
it.
who she was, but didn't say.
Well, the one guy knew about the house. Like, he knew something was up, because he's like, I'm not going to go there. Take all this stuff.
Yeah,
When
so
he
they're
bought the
definitely.
kimonos and stuff.
It definitely felt like those movies where you're like, they were never here. Very much.
I liked that stuff.
Me
and I think,
too.
again,
Oh, yeah.
the fairy... maybe I'm living in this semi-contradictory space where, one, the movie does tell you, hey, these are based off these stories.
Yeah,
I didn't know what the stories were.
These are
Right.
fables.
And I think it's simplified some ways in like, you could imagine someone telling the story, oh, there was a potter and he had a, nice little quaint life with his wife and son, but he saw an opportunity and he sought it out and it ruined him.
Yeah.
I could see that being a fable. As described
Jack and
or
Jill.
paced, as paced in the movie,
Like Adam Sandler's
It's
best
like-
movie.
what is happening? So I don't know. I both liked it that it was this morality tale, but at the same time, it felt like most of the movie it was telling you this is all good, and by the time we got to the end, we're like, boy, you screwed up your life a ton, everybody. And and to your point, Seth, like it's a sad ending.
It's great.
But
It's so
in
good.
the end, the thing that was so frustrating to me is that they both just got to go back and do what they were doing before.
Yeah, but without any joy, sadness. Who cares you do it for?
Well, that's where it's unclear.
I feel like they
I guess.
seemed pretty happy with it. I think
He
the
didn't.
wives were the ones that
He
were
seemed
like,
depressed. And I would argue that 100%. I think the wife of the farmer was the most fulfilled at the end because she knew
She got what she wanted.
she got what
she's
she
the boss
wanted.
now.
She
Gonna
got
have to
her
listen
husband.
to her
She got her
now.
lazy husband to finally start working. She's taking
Well,
care.
yeah, she's got something to hold over his head forever. Remember when you made me
she's
become
helping
a
take care of
prostitute?
her brother or her nephew
You take
or
the
whatever it
garbage
was.
out.
Yeah.
I
These
didn't
are
realize
your
they were
chores.
related till way late.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't even realize they
I
were
just thought they
related,
lived
honestly,
next
until I
to
started
each
doing research on the thing.
Yeah, I thought they were just neighbors.
Yeah, me too. I just saw like neighbors. I'm like, oh, they're
So
really
the women
real
were
good friends.
sisters? Is
Real
that what
good
it
friends.
was?
And
I
it-
mean,
Yeah,
in-laws.
I don't know. But that detail actually matters a lot.
Oh, a huge deal.
And you're like, why is he getting a share of all this? Because he loaded a wagon or whatever. You know, it was like, oh, okay. If they're family, all of this makes way more sense to me.
Yeah,
The dynamics.
I agree.
Because it runs in the family to make horrible choices
Or
with
even-
no remorse.
Okay.
Because the one brother,
So
the
good.
Potter
I agree.
was,
I agree, which
the
is
Potter
great.
was telling the samurai like, "You're an idiot."
Yeah.
And I was like, it's pretty blunt. But again, if it's family, I'm like, heck yeah, that's a good
That's
how you say
conversation
it.
for them to
That's
have.
exactly, and he's not wrong. That's exactly right.
Yeah,
yeah.
I enjoyed that. That guy, he pulled that wagon seemed terrible to pull, and he was pulling it hard.
Yeah.
That first shot of them like leaving the town, I was like, I don't want to do that. That seems
I mean,
bad.
imagine you got no skills, but your brother can make like some pretty sweet ceramics. He'll do what he's got to do, buddy. He's got to do it to get that dough. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Did
Okay.
you? I want to touch on some things.
Oh, yeah,
throughout
please do,
the movie.
please do.
Just
I got
things I noticed. I'm curious about. So the intro song, wild. The music in the movie in general.
Yes.
Is
Yeah,
that why they called it a horror movie? Just because
I'm
of the
not-
soundtrack?
I'm not Japanese.
So you like it or not?
I don't
like it?
remember Tokyo Story or Seven Samurai. It's sounding
No.
like murdered roosters or whatever. But
I
that's
love-
kind of what I got the
I thought it
vibe
was
of
dope.
with this movie.
I liked it, and I liked
Yeah.
the vibe. It was the darkness. It was like,
I
oh, this
just
is
was like,
eerie.
what is this?
You
It-
just knew you weren't gonna get Tokyo Story.
It
by
was
listening to
unsettling.
that.
Yeah, and you
It
knew
was
it wasn't Seven
definitely
Samurai as well. That was
This isn't gonna be as funny as I thought it was gonna be because that music is not going to allow it.
I believe the director Mizoguchi had nothing to do with the music. Like that was all post. They just did the music afterwards.
Did whatever they wanted.
Yeah. So that was the one thing he didn't have anything to do with it. Like he had a lot to do with like, the cinematography, working with the DP and working with the actors, of course.
Well, I assume when the singing stuff, like when Lady Wakasa is singing her song.
That's but the actual like choice of soundtrack that was not necessarily.
Well, and that stuff I thought was like appropriately kind of creepy.
Yes.
But it was just sort of the beginning and end. And I was like, what is?
Gosh, I don't know, Pat. That helped me get into the movie more because it was so different than other of the Japanese movies. Because I've been watching a lot of Ozu, and sorry Ozu, but I've been falling asleep to Ozu recently. Sometimes I have trouble falling asleep.
It's your comfort.
It is. It's like I could just watch some because I know it's going to be perfectly framed. Wes Anderson's jealous.
Oh my gosh, that's the other thing. Kurosawa and Ozu's cinematography is so good. I found this movie to be largely
Oh, that's hilarious.
the
You know why?
most boring.
Because they got
It's the
their
same guy, dude.
inspiration.
It's the same dude. It's the same DP.
That's a director matters. So the lighting, yes,
Way
that's
better than
no-
Kurosawa's. Not all of
maybe.
Kurosawa's, but way better than Seven
framing.
Samurai.
So
Way
maybe
better
that's
than-
it. The framing I enjoy more in Ozu and Kurosawa. Lighting,
Kurosawa
probably
too.
good in all
You
of them.
enjoyed Kurosawa more than this one.
I felt like it was very
Yes.
Yojimbo.
Yeah, I was like,
Kurosawa, I remember, felt like a graphic novel, and
Yeah.
Ozu felt so meticulous.
Yeah, so-
this just felt like somebody had a camera and they pointed it at people doing stuff.
Disagree. This movie's movement for the era was insane because it was moving the whole time. The camera was moving the whole time. Like to compare this, you can't compare with Ozu,
Yeah, that's fair.
who literally
That's
never
fair.
moves his camera. There's only
Well, I
one
love
movie
it.
that Ozu
I
literally moved
love
his camera.
that in Tokyo Story. It's
Yeah.
just like, look at this.
Yeah, no, you can't. Like
There's some.
you can't. You literally can't compare this. Maybe to Seven Samurai. 'Cause there's a lot of
Kurosawa,
movement.
there's a bunch of like, they do quite a bit.
No, this
You can if you want, Pat.
80% of this was shot.
Share anything I want.
80% of this was shot on a dolly. Like 80% of it. Like it was always moving in, always moving out. So you can't even have a convert. Like Ozu is literally tripod, perfectly set up.
Gorgeous. So Wes Anderson.
Wes Anderson would not be Wes Anderson without Ozu, 100%. But this, I mean, we wouldn't have any of the moving. This moving shots were kind of changed the game. Like this movie had so
That's
much
fair.
crane work that
That's fair.
and even
didn't
compared to
add up.
Kurosawa stuff, like Kurosawa didn't use a crane like this guy did.
No, he would just sort of
Yeah. So I mean, he still used
rotate
one,
the
but
camera.
yeah, no, this one like the cinematographer was literally talking about this is like, yeah, and we were just on this crane all the time. Like all the time. Like, all they did was like the crane shots coming down into I was blown away by how much movement the camera had. I couldn't believe it.
It just didn't. Outside of the ending shot,
Did we
well,
watch the
actually went
same
back-
movie? I'm still confused, guys. I
No.
can't believe
Well,
you.
okay. Here's the thing.
I liked the cinematography overall, but I felt like it was shakier and less clean than
Well, yeah.
the other
I mean,
one.
to Seth's
Seven
point, like
Samurai? Seven Samurai is so shaky. Like the horses and the
But
oh
be-
god.
I mean, the
Seven
fight
Samurai
scene
is
in the rain is
action the
pretty
whole
crazy.
time, so it's kind of okay. And I feel like in the beginning, it felt like there was a lot more action, so it was okay in the beginning.
Well, yeah, it's more shaky because it's moving more than any of those other movies.
the lake scenes,
Dope.
as weird as they sort of were
Dope.
awesome.
So
I was like,
dope.
is this a set? What's
Yeah.
the
It's
what's
so-
the smoke?
The
Very
lake
cool.
scenes have influenced so many directors. For
Yes,
that scene.
I mean,
that scene alone.
Monty
Yeah.
Python and the Holy Grail. You got that.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. When the ship crosses to go to the Castle Og. Pretty sure that's just ripped off from this.
Probably.
No, there's
Honestly.
stuff where I was like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. And then when he comes back, or he wakes up in the morning, what is it? I forget. Maybe when he comes back and he's like looking for his wife, and the first shot she's not there, basically, and then we kind of come back and she's there with the fire,
Yeah.
and I was like, that's cool.
So
Because I was
cool.
like, wait a minute,
So cool.
how did they sort of do that? Because it was like the flames were going by the time the camera comes back.
Yep.
It was a good effect.
That
It was
was
great.
cool. Yeah.
There's also a
And
couple.
so I was like, I need to go back and see like what did I just
Yeah.
see there? Because
also a couple shots with. I've done this every once in a while, but they actually put two layers over each other for the cast for the lady was Wakasa's house, so it had that more like ghosty effect. And so there's a couple of those that really.
there's
kinda-
cool stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
there was interesting
I can't believe you're trashing the cinematography.
craftsmanship,
It's freaking dope.
but
You
like,
guys don't even like
if
it.
I'm just
Trash.
if I'm
You just
just
said it's not as special as you're saying it is.
It is.
yeah,
is
if I'm
as
just
special as I
looking
say
at
it
the
is.
shots, I'm like, it's not as graphic as I want it to be.
Dude, it's
at times.
1953.
Especially with
Japan.
black and
It's
white.
Killing. Ugh.
Black and white, it just matters so much more, like the staging and everything. And I just felt like, okay, they're shooting a movie. It wasn't bad.
Oh my gosh. Makes me sick. This conversation. is
The other
ridiculous.
stuff.
What else
How
bothered
long?
Nothing.
How
It was
long are
great.
kimonos-
What bother you guys?
How long are kimonos supposed to be?
Huh?
How long are kimonos supposed to be?
How long?
Yeah, how long? Because every time someone put them on, they were like a foot longer of fabric on the ground, and I was like, "Is that how long they're supposed to be?
Yeah.
Are kimonos supposed to be fitted at all?"
Well, there's layers. There's so many layers to them, and
Yeah.
because I could call my mom right now because she literally did a kimono class when she lived in Japan. She was like, because it's like it's a thing. It's like all the layers, and then you're also.
I guess I just like the length to the floor.
Yeah.
I was like, "How do you walk around in that?" If
Well,
it's that
yeah,
long?
all of that's impressive. All of it, even tying a kimono.
If you have money and you're a really nice kimono, presumably you don't have to walk around.
Well,
You're kind of
but
just-
like they tuck it up a little bit and
yeah,
do
they
the
still
little
do like the
the little
all that.
tiptoey thing or something.
Yeah,
I don't know. Also, they
This
were
is my
so
running
loud.
kimono. It's shorter.
Every time they're supposed to be quiet because like the samurai just left and they're yelling at each other about the pots. I was like, "Shut up!
Yeah.
They're
Now,
gonna get you."
There, and,
yeah,
and
they
some of the
were
stuff
really
is
asking for it
the-
at that point.
the comedy of it is hilarious. Is like the stab, he kind of barely stabbed him. Like there's like stuff like obviously.
Oh yeah, I was like, "Did she
Stabbing
get
that
stabbed
guy that
too?"
beheaded the general? You're like, did he kill that guy?
like
He just
that
like,
one was
missed.
okay. The what's her name? Apologies, character Miyagi.
oh yeah, the wife.
Yeah, when Miyagi got stabbed by the guy on the road, I was like, did she get stabbed? There's a
Oh,
lot
right.
of drama. And I was like, I think she got stabbed, but I can't quite tell because it just also could be she's overcome with emotion about the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
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 But it was like,
Well, with the
So,
screaming
until
baby on
she
her
was
back
dead.
and she doesn't move,
Yeah.
then you're like, yeah, I think
until
she's
she
dead.
was dead, I was like, oh, okay, she was stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst part about that is I actually didn't. I couldn't figure that out. I thought she was.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah. Honestly, that's how I felt. And so when I watched it the first time, I was like, "Oh, she's dead,"
Yeah.
which is hilarious. I'm like, "Oh, duh." And then I went back and like, "Oh," then I put it all
Yeah.
together. Like,
Yeah,
that's so
I do
funny.
feel like maybe the death scenes and any death scene, there was not a lot of convincing, like, this is for sure now a dead person.
Well, because you probably can't use the gore. You can use like.
Speaking
you can't
of
use
true,
the-
dead
yeah.
You
people.
might be like, you can only hit their fabric. You can't actually
Yeah,
make
no-
it look
no
like you
blood.
went into them.
Yeah.
Or
I don't know.
beheaded them.
Yeah.
Well, he's carrying that around. That was fine.
I was like, what did he grab? Oh, he grabbed the head. Okay.
You gotta show
Because
him.
I thought he was just going to steal armor. I thought his whole thing at that point was to just get armor.
Oh,
So
no.
it's like,
I
oh,
think
he's going
he
to take this
seized
dead
his
guy's
opportunity.
armor.
He's like, oh, this guy just
Did he
killed a
already have
general. If I did
Armor
it,
at that point or
Huh?
not? I can't remember.
Yes.
He already
He
had
bought
armor.
his
He had already bought the
Well,
armor.
he
at that
had
point.
like some armor. It wasn't like a full get up.
I
right?
did
It
think he
was
was
like a
stealing
chest plate.
a sword is what I thought he was going to steal. That's what I thought.
Because, he only had the
no,
spear.
just a severed head.
Yeah.
Anyway, when they get to Lady Wakasa's house the first time, on the outside, I was like, this house isn't that nice. Like, is this lady lying to him? And then they go to the inside, and I'm like, oh, it's actually really nice inside. And I was like, wait a minute, after I learned she was a ghost. Was it supposed to not look as nice from the outside? Because it's a little bit of like, this was burned down.
I thought it was like run down from the outside looking, but then when you find out later that the whole place had been burned
Yes.
down before,
Yeah.
I don't know what
It
the
was like a
point
weird,
of that
like,
was.
The illusion hadn't quite formed on the outside, but
Or
once you got
that's
the
just
inside,
what a
it
nice
did look
house
nice.
looked like from the outside.
That's what I couldn't
but
tell.
at the time.
I was like, is this a nice house? Because once he got inside, I was like, oh, this looks really nice.
Yeah.
Well, and it might have had like the extra filter on it too because it was not really there. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ghost house.
And then one more thing I was curious about. How much time passed between
Yes.
Toby running
Yep.
off,
Yep.
Ohama getting raped, and then
Yep.
becoming how long was she a prostitute?
Right.
She seemed
Right.
like she'd been working a while because she was
Yeah.
like, I've been making
Pretty
every
comfortable.
night, getting money, and
Because it just like, how long was everyone away from home?
Well,
if he was in a haunted house,
yes.
but that wasn't even really there, what was his body actually doing? Was he just rolling around in the dirt for a while? Like, where
Or
was he really?
Was he even there exactly? Like,
Was
so
it
was
a
it?
dream?
Yeah. So that's the fun part is that the timeline is very vague, and I think that's kind of like
But he comes but
Oh,
yeah,
well,
him being like
the
possessed.
sword. The sword had been missing for 3 months. I think they said.
Well, that's where I thought the house was burned down 3 months earlier.
No, 10 years ago, right? The house was burned
Was
down
it
10
years
Yeah,
ago?
It was like
I thought it was. That's where I got confused. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, the house
it was
burned
part
down
of this war
years
that had burned
before,
the house down and killed him.
And so, arguably, the sword was stolen 3 months ago. So probably it was about 3 months of time. It's probably about time all
Was
that
it
happened.
stolen?
And he came back to the village after they did.
Was it
so they
stolen
were
by
she would
Ghost
have been
Lady?
in the brothel for
Ghost
at least
Dad,
3 months.
or did he steal it and then have
Well,
some
it's
weird?
his to begin with, right?
Yeah, I mean, he did take a little peyote to start out the whole thing, so I don't know. It could have been a different thing.
I didn't care for his voice. His duet with his daughter, it was not my favorite. in maybe a good way, because it was creeping me out.
Yeah, I thought it was
And
great.
she's like, "Dad's happy about it," and he's like, "I
Oh.
guess this is fine."
well.
And that was another thing where you're like, "Is that
Ooh.
usual? Are you used to like haunting fathers,
Yes.
samurai armor, singing that?" Yeah, and you're like, "This is fine. This is classic meeting the in-laws
Yeah.
awkwardness."
They paid real well for this pottery.
Real well. Okay. Any other thing about the plot before we move on to like influences and some fun facts?
I feel like I had one more thing. What was it? No.
We know my love for the
Scott.
plot and the point of it, so I don't feel like I'm going to add more to why you guys are wrong and I'm right. That's, I think, the main theme of this movie.
If this was a comedy,
Yes.
if we were an airplane, we would have cut back to the guy watching the rest of the pottery forever later, right? He's like, "Hey, can you watch my stuff?"
Yes.
These other two people were to come back, and it would have been like 3 months later.
Yeah.
Waiting in the cab,
There's a joke about like the difference between a tragedy and a comedy. It's like the old Mel Brooks line, right? Like the guy has a hangnail. That's a tragedy, but then he falls through the manhole cover while he's trying to mess with it, and that's a comedy. Like this could have gone very quickly to comedy on several spots.
It was
for
like,
sure.
when did that guy leave their stuff, or did he take it? I was just the second he was like, "Hey, can you watch my stuff? My other friends are going to come back anytime."
Yeah,
and I'm like, "Nope, they're not."
So
and now neither are you.
Yeah, one of my favorite like kind of minor acting parts were the two village leaders when they came in, and the guy's like, "Thank you so much for taking care of my family," and they both have that quick awkward look at each other, like,
oh yeah,
because they obviously
only one person
like
here.
family, like he didn't say kid, and I thought that like quick look was like a nice little like, oh, he didn't say that quite right,
Yeah,
and that was a good little like
indicator.
Yeah, that was great.
How crazy are you?
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, "Oh no, that's fine." And they're like, "Oh yeah, my son." And he took my family, and then all of a sudden it's like, "Oh, why are you calling your wife's name?" Okay, let's talk about some fun facts and some influences, because this one is. I still can't believe you guys don't like this movie as much as I do. I
didn't say we didn't like it.
No, but not as much as me.
I don't like it as much
I
as you.
like this. I thought this was so watchable and so engaging, and like I was like, oh yeah, this is like your twist that's creepy, but yet still pays homage to the history of what it is. Because in the Fable, you know it's a ghost story right away, and in this one, there's a nice little twist. But I wasn't like, this is stupid, and it's 2025, and what are you doing? I was like, oh, this is still really well done. It's still, I can still watch this today and enjoy it. Unlike some other movies we've watched.
Well, and I think if, you could make me like it more if it became an exorcism movie and that Buddha was battling the ghost
go deeper.
This is the problem with you horror movie fans.
Don't throw words around like ghost story or horror and expect us to be cool with like very low level creepiness.
And that's the thing. I'm actually not a horror fan like you guys are, so that's probably why I enjoyed it.
Amount of ghost story.
I don't care about. I don't think this should be called a horror movie. I think this should be called a mystery.
I don't think it's a horror movie.
Like a mystery.
Is it called a horror movie?
Not in Wikipedia, but
it's
in
not,
other places.
A lot of
places.
Yeah, there's the like. This is a horror
ghost story.
This is a precursor for a lot of horror movies in the way it does things.
I guess you throw a ghost in there.
And
I actually
comparing it to like old fables.
Oh yeah,
it fits
like
great. Creepy.
Yeah.
Someone's been possessed or tricked.
I liked that slow reveal of who she was. I thought that worked. It's just set against the backdrop of the misery the wives were put through that you kind of go, ugh.
Yeah, okay. That was a hard piece to get over.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about some of the influences and fun facts. I'm gonna start out with Scorsese because why not start out with Scorsese? This was one of the first movies that Scorsese saw released in America. And then it kind of paved the way for him to start watching things like Seven Samurai and Ozu and things like that. So this one was one of the early ones to get released in the States.
When was it released in the States? It was still way later, right?
I think so, but it was still one of the early ones to get released in the States.
Yeah.
Because, what do you say? Sony, Harrison... 54? That's only a year later.
Oh, that would have been really fast.
I think it was...
Yeah. Yeah, 54 in New York City.
Well, because it was at Cannes. Most of these films were not at Cannes.
Yeah.
When they came out.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, and it was at the Venice Film Festival.
Yes, and it was at the Silver Lion.
Or, Venice, not
So
Cannes.
it had some hype around it, which kind of helped break open the gate for Japanese cinema to be this juggernaut of influential directors. So Kurosawa and Ozu really are grateful for this movie because it kind of paved the way for them to be as renowned as they are now. So that's
Scorsese also helped restore it.
Yes,
I believe.
dope. By the way, very cool.
Did on HBO, like, it was interesting. I was curious about that because the HBO version, which is what I watched it on, we have full cracking.
Yeah,
You know, it does not.
it does not seem like the 4K restored one. Yeah,
fixed
for sure. I literally
It was
thought
very watchable in that way. It just felt.
Yeah. Oh, it still is great. But
Vintage.
although they said the big thing that they changed is they got one of the original people who worked on it, like the understudy of the DP, and it was the lighting, because the lighting contrast.
How dark should it be?
Yes, how light it should be. Where was the light? Where was the light supposed to be illuminating?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard to tell what was going on.
Yes.
Ever.
And I thought it was,
That was nice.
real clean, though. So honestly, even the one on HBO Max, it was so, like, I felt it was a cleaner video than some of the Kurosawa stuff. And because it, like, you know, it goes back to, like, the Joan of Arc. I still can't believe Joan of Arc is as old as it is. It's the most gorgeous looking 100-year-old movie. It looks so dang good. And so this felt like, to me, almost the Joan of Arc of the lighting for the early Japanese movies.
Well, yeah, it's just that it looks like they put a filter on it. That's like old timey filter because you get the, you know, kind of the cracking. But otherwise, it looked
amazing.
Great.
Yeah, and I
Like
think
it was behind a bottle.
because this is one of the earliest movies that this director that survives. All his earlier stuff, like, gone. Like, don't even have it. So, like, this is like one of those things. So this one, so that's the first one, Scorsese. And I don't think it was one of Scorsese's favorite, but what gives this movie like massive snob cred is a little Russian director, Andrei Tarkovsky, put this in his top 10 list. Mm-hmm. And that's like, and his top 10 list is no sleeper here. It is a legit snobby top 10 list. And if you don't know who Tarkovsky is, he's these are the snobbiest movies we've watched on the podcast. Like, I would say he makes Terrence Malick look mainstream. Is that fair?
Yeah, there's too much linear plot in Terrence Malick movies.
Exactly right. I mean, not really, but like it is.
I mean,
crazy.
Mirror is so crazy
Yeah.
compared to probably Stalker or Solaris.
I gotta read his top 10 list because it is a pretty legit thing. So we're gonna take a little side here. Here are Tarkovsky's top 10 favorite films, and these are listed in his preferred order. Number 1, usually we'll start off with. I'll go from 10. I'll go 10. Number 10, Woman in the Dunes by Hiroshi Tashigahara from 1964. Also, just a year later than that. Number 9,
11
Muschetti.
years after that.
Huh?
64.
64. Isn't it? Oh, 11 years. Oh, gosh, 53. Thanks, Mariah.
I'm here for the numbers.
Number
everyone.
9, Machete by Robert Bresson, 1967. Number 8, Ingmar Bergman here, Persona, 1966. Number 7, Seven Samurai by Mr. Kurosawa himself, 1954. And number 6, Ugetsu by Kenji Mizoguchi, 1953. Number 5, City Lights, Charlie Chaplin. Suck it, Buster Keaton.
So many people like that one.
Because it's a
more
better
than Buster.
movie. I love Buster Keaton, but Sea Lights is a better movie. Number 4, Bergman's Back Again, Wild Strawberries, 1957. Number 3, Nazarin by Luis Buñuel, 1959. Number 2, Winter Lights, another Bergman, 1963. And number 1, Diary of a Country Priest by Robert Bresson, 1951. We got to do some Robert Bresson on this
Couple of
podcast.
Bressons.
I know, man. I mean, the Bergman makes sense. Charlie Chaplin makes sense. And obviously, Ugetsu makes sense because it's one above Seven Samurai, which is so legit, by the way. That's so great. And I think that would be similar to me. The bummer part is I still don't think I can argue with Pat. I still love Tokyo Story so much that would be hard for me to put.
Oh,
Ugetsu above it. But it is crazy. What a powerhouse of a year, 1953, 54.
I have the list of 53 top movies, and there's a lot.
Oh, what a good year.
Peter Pan,
Oh, wow.
guys.
Yeah. What else you got?
From Here to Eternity.
Okay.
Roman Holiday.
Roman Holiday. Yeah, that one came out. That both for the Cannes Award was
Stalag 17. House of Wax. Shane.
Oh, Vincent
Shane.
Price, House of Wax?
House of Wax and Shane. That's legit.
The Big
Nice.
Heat.
Big Heat. Wow.
Gentlemen Prefer Blondes.
That's fun.
How to Marry a Millionaire.
Oh, that's funny.
Tokyo Story.
Yep.
Hondo.
Oh.
The Robe.
Oh, yeah.
Niagara. The Wages of Fear.
Don't know that one.
I don't either.
Okay.
It's South American oil town, four desperate men, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Oh, now you made me mess up. Lily. Don't know that one.
Nope.
Leslie Caron is in it.
Okay.
Pick Up on South Street.
I thought Titanic came out in 99.
War of the Worlds.
Oh, the original. OG.
Titanic. OG.
Ugetsu.
Calamity Jane. The Bandwagon. The Wild One. The Earrings of Madame de
Interesting.
something.
Not a bad year.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
I've
not
seen some of those.
1994, but still pretty good.
Yeah, it's just so, it's so funny when you compare an animated film, like Peter Pan came out this year.
Ah,
And
but
you're
that's
like,
still when they were
side
all
by
so
side,
good.
It's nuts to think about
I mean,
them making them at the same time.
Yeah. We should have a podcast called The Best Year of Film, and we each come with our favorite, what we consider the best year of film.
That would be
Honestly, even like War of the Worlds
I mean, it's amazing.
is the same year as this stuff,
Yeah.
and you're like, what?
How influential.
Gentlemen Prefer Blondes
Yeah.
the same,
That's legit.
Hondo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
it's film and time is confusing.
Okay, guys, I got my Bill and Ted reference. If you guys want me to go
All
there,
right, go for it.
Always.
who we all know, the one of the two actors. You guys know the other actor in Bill and Ted.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves is the other actor. You probably didn't know that.
What's he in?
I know
that guy's like.
I know that he's directing a film that Keanu Reeves, they're both going to be in this year.
So Alex Winter,
Yes.
Of course.
That's him.
this is his favorite movie of all time.
Oh.
And I listened to a podcast he did with the Denver libraries. Anyways, he is such a movie snob that
he's snobby. He's become a
insane.
snobby director himself.
Yes. And Alex Winter wax eloquent on this movie. He loves he tries to have his like Ugetsu movie moments in his movies. Like he can talk about every movement and every part that and this movie just he cannot get over how good it is. And for me, his love of it was just so fun to hear. So if you have him time, it is okay. You know how we're like trying to be a snob? They're not like the snobbiest of all time, but they all like, oh yeah, we've all obviously seen all of Tarkovsky. Oh yeah, we all obviously have seen all of Ozu and Kurosawa and Fellini. Like like if you haven't seen all their movies, what are you even doing? Yeah. So like that's the level of those conversations, and then they all can just like reference them, no problem. But I will say the other gentleman, he was a Chinese gentleman, and he talked about the past of the director, and it was fascinating because what's awesome about Kenji Mizoguchi is he's a total flawed human being. He's a terrible, not a good human being, right? But he
Also pretty classic for filmmakers of this time.
But this is considered a feminist movie because honestly, as much as you don't like the portrayal of women, the fact that women speak, give me a Kurosawa movie where it has a woman with that prominent role. Yeah. Give me another movie from 1953 where the woman is that
But you had to mistreat them so badly in it, except the ghost. But although she gets mistreated in the end too.
All three of them, but so do the men. Like in
the men
that era,
deserve it.
Okay, 2025 Mariah. Let's try to go back to 1953.
They were asking for it.
Yeah, I get it.
I thought that part of it, like, again, I get,
No,
it was
I
more
liked-
about the moral story, but yeah, like the women were very.
I
centered
like
in
that
this.
there were 3 strong female roles. I for sure do.
So
It
that
passed the Bechdel test.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, more than freaking half the
well,
movies today.
Maybe it wouldn't.
It is
maybe
more
it wouldn't, because
progressive.
their husbands were such train wrecks. That was
Yeah.
all they could talk about. So
It's definitely
Maybe
more
it wouldn't.
progressive than a lot of movies that are still made today, which is insane for a. And let's be real about Japanese culture. It is a more male-dominated culture than America. It just is. It is a more patriotic.
Misogynistic.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, it's more misogynist. It has more, like the man is the head of the household, like way more than we think that is so in America. Like in America, we are like more male than some like Northern European countries, but Japan is like the highest on like the scale of like male dominated over there. Yeah, who's in charge? Yeah, that's just historically speaking. Now, of course, it's different in every family. Blah blah blah. Not in general terms, but that's just how it is. So for this to be 1953 and have women being like main roles, and don't get me wrong, like obviously like every Ozu movie has like the main, that one gal is the main star of horror movies as well. But these are like women like getting roughed up, and the fact that this woman who was raped is being accepted back by her husband, that's actually a very progressive thing that wouldn't happen in 1953. You would be shunned and you wouldn't be accepted part of the family, and you have no rights because you're a woman in Japan in 1953.
And he acknowledges in the movie too, like, you've lost your honor, like I'm going to restore it.
Yes.
Or I'm going to give it back to you.
And that is, and so,
which would have been unheard
which
of.
is wild.
I do appreciate that, but
And all that took one follow-up question, like,
Sure.
how did she lose her?
but let's be real though, the history of women is not good. Only in the last 30 years, 50 years maybe, have rights been what we can even think about today. So historically speaking, in a country that just got destroyed by World War II and has had this, so it's, and the reason was he was being taught.
Because they didn't listen to their wives.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is the moral of this story, I suppose.
So
listen to your wife.
When Kenji was a kid, their family was so poor that his sister got sold away to be a geisha.
Oh.
Yikes.
And so, but then when his family got to be so poor, she came back to help them out with the money she's raised as a geisha. So all of his movies,
That's fair.
Totally
fair.
all of his movies have this bent to like, bring up the position of being a geisha in Japan to people who've been in brothels, to actually raise them up to still being human. And that was unheard of. And because it's his sister. And so that's why there's this theme all throughout his movies.
Not just human, but it's like savior of the family.
Yes.
Like this person.
He would not have been able to study his art because he studied classic Japanese and Chinese painting. And even when people talk about this movie, it's like this movie unrolls like a scroll. And a lot of that was from his early art direction, which his sister, the geisha, helped bankroll. And so him being a progressive
he is
feminist
here because of prostitution.
And him being, so he's always sympathetic to the prostitute in all of his movies.
I got 2 more fun facts that are around this, I guess.
Okay.
Well, one with I guess maybe it's not totally the geisha makeup, but the smudgy eyebrows.
Yeah.
Is called hikamayu.
Okay.
Which was the practice of removing your natural eyebrows and painting this smudge-like eyebrows on the forehead, which is why they're not even crisp, right? It's not like a new eyebrow. It's
it's just
smudgy
like
smears
thing, which is just common in that period.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why exactly.
Interesting.
But the other thing, the more grim thing, this movie could have been way more grim. In the original script, I don't know if you saw this, Taubert was going to come across his wife and go, well, that sucks. I'm still going to go on with my military career and not renounce anything. And sucks to be you.
And that would have
And
been
the
more
studio heads,
accurate.
yeah, the
That would have been
studio
more
was
accurate.
like, that's so depressing. They're like, you have full control, but that is so depressing. Like, please change it. And he did.
Right.
Hot take.
So
Studio
they
head.
did like Hollywoodify it a little
Honestly,
bit for
well, we talked about this with George Lucas.
no one's gonna want to watch you look away from your wife. and
Studio
keep
heads
walking.
aren't always wrong. That's the hot
Not
take.
always.
I know in every Hollywood movie they say the studio heads are screwing up our movie. Yeah, the director giving full. I feel like when you give the director full control, except for Orson Welles, it doesn't turn out better. It's like having a little bit of like.
I don't think anybody
parameters.
should have full control
Except Orson Welles. Orson
in
Welles
the world right
should have
now.
Orson
over-
Welles should have had more. They pushed down Citizen Kane, and they never gave Orson Welles the full control ever again. And that's unfortunate because Citizen Kane is still considered the best movie of all time. And they really, because the system was so afraid of directors having full control. Because Orson Welles was a genius. So that's the one time where you're like, yeah, you should have given him more control.
Weird
But
thing with Orson Welles, related to Orson Welles, they redid War of the Worlds with Ice Cube, and it's all
What?
at the backdrop of like Microsoft Teams.
What?
I believe that's on Prime Video. So if you're
Well,
interested
that's
in that,
a must see. I know what I'm gonna put on
that
tonight.
was left field, and I mean far left field. That was like,
yeah, not how I would have thought they would maybe remake that, but there it is.
that was so far left field. It was like a guy with a radio on his set grabbing the home run from a Cubs outfielder. Like that's how far left field that was. Oh, too soon? Too soon, guys? Is that too
always
soon?
We
too
didn't.
soon.
We
Is
didn't
that-
do great at the trade deadline today either.
No,
so
you didn't.
I
I
don't.
think we got
feeling feelings.
who do we get, a reliever or something? The Mets aren't. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not doing too bad right now. The Mets are. I'm still terrified for us to crash and burn soon. But Soto
Fingers
got hurt.
crossed.
Soto got hurt, so we got that going on. Yeah. So awards this one. It won the Venice Film Festival, the Pastini Award, and the Silver Lion, which is insane.
I got the Golden Lion.
Yeah,
There was a golden
There
lion.
was no lion. It won. What's it
Something
won?
else. One of the
Oh.
American movies won that one.
No, nothing was awarded it. No one. They thought it didn't deserve it.
What?
So silver. It won the Silver Lion.
I thought
This
so.
is according to IMDb.
Not Breakfast
the
Disney, but
festival's
the other Hepburn one.
Yeah, I thought
the
it was
festival's top prize, the Golden Lion, was not awarded that year because the jury did not think any film merited it.
Wow, that is
Speaking of
the
I
most.
snobs.
thought Roman Holiday got it.
Yeah, I did too. That's
Maybe.
the most French thing I've ever heard.
It's
Wow.
so snobby. Mm-hmm. No,
I
nothing
can't stand
deserves
it.
it.
Honestly, though,
You can have number 2.
I can't stand those awards so many times. It won. It got nominated for an Academy Award for Best Costume. Best Costume, black and white, which apparently they had 2 different categories back then.
Yeah, well, it looks different, right?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, though,
It's on Roger Ebert's great movies list.
Yeah,
It's on a lot of top.
it's considered top 3 like Japanese movie with Rashomon and Tokyo Story. It's interesting with Rashomon
100%
because
on Rotten Tomatoes.
yeah, as well it should be. I personally put it up there with all of them because I thought it was so engaging and it was the human story and it was anti-Hollywood story and there was nuance and it wasn't cheesy and it was engaging. I just thought for the year it came out, and I love the cinematography. I liked the crane movement. I thought it was good and the lighting was great. And whether or not the director had anything to do with the music was crazy. I thought it was great. It was a great
That was
little
pretty
fun
wild,
thing.
yeah.
And so when I watch these movies, honestly, Seven Samurai, as influential as it is, it has so many more lulls than this movie does.
It needs an edit pass.
Yeah, like I feel, and it's hard because
Because it's only 140 minutes, right? But it's pretty fast movie.
it's pretty.
Even
It's
less, I
fast
think.
paced movie. This one hit on all the things. Tokyo Story hit it for me because I was like, I've never seen anything like this, edited so calmly. It's the old slow cinema, or what do they call it? Quiet cinema, or something like quiet film. That's like the epitome of Tokyo Story. So that changed like the way I view movies. But this one to me felt like this is well edited. This is well lit. The cinematography is great, and it still holds my attention in 2025. So it passed all the tests for me, and it was rather progressive for the time. And you had general things that I could believe all of those things happened. What? A guy's an idiot, and he chases after this instead of that. Yeah, and sure, overacting here and there, whatever. But
it is interesting that it is a post-war movie where you could, I mean, I would imagine there'd be anti-West sentiment to some degree. But it's, again, watching it now, I didn't feel that, right? It felt like a logical thing that these people were advocating, not like, you know, I can't believe, you know, if I was in the 80s, I'd be like, how dare they not talk about commercialism, you know?
Well, I think it's not anti-West then. You got to remember this is 1953. This is, to them, they're doing stuff specifically. I would say it's more...
To win us back.
No, I don't think it has anything to do with America at this time. I'm just saying, for me, it was refreshing having... I'm so sick of, like, follow your...
Well, it's anti-commercial... Or you
like
know,
anti.
If I see another movie that says "Follow Your Dreams,"
market.
I might throw up in my mouth. I'm so sick of it, so much. Instead of like,
well, just don't chase greed.
Be a good human. Well, that's what "Follow Your Dreams" usually is. Let's just be real
Not
right
always.
now. Most
No.
Okay.
If your dream is to be a teacher, you're not exactly.
Let's talk about all those kids whose dreams are to be a teacher, Pat. It's not to be a rich YouTuber. I'm sorry.
That's my kid's dream for sure.
No one has a dream to be. I want to be
animator.
I want to be an underpaid teacher for junior high kids. No one has that dream, Pat.
Sadly,
not yet. Not until they get to community college.
Oh my goodness! No, I think it's a refreshing. Like, hey, be a good person. Don't be distracted by what you think is better than your family or being responsible. Be responsible to your family.
I think for the period of time and them choosing to do a movie that touched on war but was specifically very period hundreds of years before taking place, that it kind of separated it from the recent history of the movie took place.
Oh, I disagree. I think it goes directly against, like, because this is saying to people in Japan, stick with your family, stick with what you're responsible for. Don't, because now America is like literally putting billions of dollars in Japan at this moment, and you have these opportunities to do, like, Westernization of Japan is happening more than it's ever happened ever in the history of Japan at this moment, right? Other than the time where
But you don't think them focusing on a period piece would be a safe choice?
Oh, it's a safe choice because then they can be more explicit in the meaning.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You can be as symbolic as you want.
Yeah, exactly right.
Because you're talking about something that happened in the 1500s, so it has nothing to do with today. That's what I'm saying. It
Exactly
was a safe
right. Yes. Oh, yes. I agree. I see what you're saying. Yes, I agree.
I like that it does end on this. Maybe it doesn't quite hammer this home, but like hard work and doing whatever you're going to do it well, right? Like which has become to me a Japanese thing.
Yeah.
You know, in
truth,
my understanding, you know,
truth.
Jiro dreams of sushi, or any interview you see,
or any Japanese garden you've ever been to,
Miyazaki.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
well.
Japanese toilets. There's a South Park episode on it. It's legit.
Yeah, it's just like, if you're gonna be a farmer, farm the heck out of this thing.
Yeah.
If you're gonna make pots, make them the best pots ever, but not for money, just because that's what you do.
I mean,
do it the best thing.
Come on, Toyotas are Toyotas for a reason, y'all. Like the story of Toyota, like the American car makers went over to check out the Toyota plant, and they're like, "Hey, where's the guy with the hammer that hits the door to make sure it fits right?" And he's like, "That means you didn't make the door right."
Yeah.
And it's like the classic thing.
We don't need that guy.
Yeah, we don't need that guy. And the joke we used to have, because I lived in China, like, America creates it, China mass produces it, and then Japan perfects it. That's like the joke, right? Like, that's like the cultures. What makes America is we.
Well, and at the time you were
creative.
in China, that was for sure.
I mean,
very obvious.
I mean, still, I would say still true. Like
still true, just not as maybe more subtle, I guess. It wasn't so like this brand and this brand and this brand like it was when you were probably over
we
there.
all knew everything was made in China at the time, so like that wasn't surprising. Like because like they tried to move iPhones to Texas and they couldn't because they didn't have enough engineers who could do the things to make the things. And China can mass produce things amazingly because they have a lot of smart people that can do things a lot, and they have a lot of people. But Japan's meticulousness to make sure it's perfect is insane, and it's great because it's sorry, China, Japan, I apologize for what I'm about to say. From coming from a similar background of culture, it's so cool to see how different areas they've taken. Just because, like, if you go back to the Tang Dynasty of China, like, you can see some of the Japanese influences as well from that. So, but to see how different these two cultures are that are so close historically is pretty cool. And we're not even talking about Korea, too. We can go into that as well.
We better not.
Yeah, well, I would love to because I love it all. But, so this movie, I give this top 3 movie in early Japanese cinema easy. It's right up there. I still think for me, number 1 is Tokyo Story. And I think this is my number 2. And I still put Seven Samurai as number 3 just because of its cultural influence. It's so influential. Even though I think I enjoyed Yojimbo maybe more, I still think Seven Samurai is such more influential. So for me, this being my second favorite Japanese movie from the 40s, 50s, and 60s is so surprising. I was so surprised by it. So
I am surprised by that.
I couldn't believe how much I liked it. And the director died pretty soon. He didn't live very long. So we didn't get any much more after that. We got to see Kurosawa make a color movie. We never got to see this guy live on to make much more movies after that. So, and Ozu, we got a lot of his stuff too. So no, I think this movie is a gift, and it's got its place in snobbery history. So for me, this gets my snobbery 10 out of 10 stars. Like this is a must watch to be a movie snob. What's your guys' final?
I think that's hard to argue just because of its value other people place. I thought it was really watchable, but like it didn't do it for me. I can appreciate a bunch of stuff about it. I think the more you know about the culture, the sort of fables it's based off of, what it's trying to say, that all makes it more interesting. But a pure clean slate watch, I was like, it's fine.
Huh.
Yeah, I liked there were certain elements of it that I thought were fun and also really impressive just knowing what year this movie was made. Like like showcasing the women and those kinds of pieces. Like there were cool parts, but still, as far as enjoyability, even though there were ghosts, which is my jam, and dark fables, which I also enjoy.
I will admit, as the guy who doesn't like horror,
this was no Pan's Labyrinth, though, my friends.
No, it wasn't. Oh my gosh, Pan's Labyrinth, I'm still scarred from.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
I could fall asleep to that one.
To a face getting smashed apart. Yeah.
Well, I'd have my eyes closed. Just the sound's fine.
I'd have my eyes closed.
But yeah, I'd still put Tokyo Story way higher up for me.
Is Tokyo Story above Kurosawa for you? I figured you were more Kurosawa than Ozu, but
I think Tokyo jumps above it for me.
Yeah.
Because of what you talked about.
I say Tokyo Story.
There's a version of Seven Samurai that's
Samurai.
That's amazing. It's too much.
It's also hard because we saw the Magnificent Seven first.
Yeah.
I saw Toy Story, Bug's Life before I saw Seven Samurai. So it's like we've seen like 4 or 5 iterations of this movie before we saw the original.
Yeah, which kind of makes you want to pick Yojimbo ahead of Seven Samurai because it's original in comparison.
No, Seven Samurai is the original. But
I know, but because Yojimbo
because we're so tired of that story
12 times. you kind of want to pick that just for the originality, but I still, for the impact that Seven Samurai made, I'd put that under Tokyo Story. And then I would, I'd throw this in.
Yeah.
I appreciate it for a lot. And it is very watchable.
That's to say, I thought it was very watchable. I didn't. Pat, did you enjoy watching this? It seemed like you didn't everything about it.
I got mad at it a lot.
Gosh,
like I said, it was watchable. I don't know that I would say I enjoyed it the whole time.
Man, you guys just don't like good movies.
Fun fact, Inferno, a 1999 Jean-Claude Van Damme film, is a remake of Yojimbo. So,
no.
If you
oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah. That's
Left 4 Dead.
Take your word for it.
You know, it's interesting.
Burning for Revenge.
I looked up movies that remade this movie.
Isn't that all of his movies?
And no one's remade this movie really. There's a lot of homages to it, and Terrence Malick everyone talks about how this movie influenced Terrence Malick. And
I could see that.
And right now it seems like Terrence Malick is one of the main influencers and new movie makers right now. We're kind of in a Terrence Malick era right now, apparently.
To me, the discontent of what is a good life will ruin it,
Yes.
Is sort of the Malicky vibe in some ways.
The Thin Red Line, of course. It's a war film. It's very other stuff going on, and yeah. I'm
glad I watched it, but
this does make me want to watch Sancho the Bailiff, because that's the other movie by Mizoguchi that's his top movie of all time. So I now have another to watch movie. This is when I watch Seven Samurai, I'm oh, I guess I gotta watch Yojimbo now. That's same sort of thing. Sancho the Bailiff is people having the same conversation as that. And then the other one for my to watch Japanese cinema movies would be the Kwaiden by Masaki Kabayashi. That's the other one's up there in the pantheon of to watch Japanese movies. But I am glad, honestly, this sounds, because Kurosawa is the most famous, I'm glad we started with Kurosawa and went to Ozu and then went to Ugetsu. Because it really is this Kurosawa is the first person on Mount Rushmore of Japanese cinema of original. But honestly, I think this director should be on there too. So I think these are the top 3 directors of this era for sure. And I'll fight you if you disagree, for sure. I don't know what else.
All right.
So. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, guys, this was a treat for me. This podcast went way longer than I expected. I hope you guys
maybe
enjoyed.
Longer than the movie, but
yeah, for sure.
Longer than the movie.
Longer than the movie. That's not unusual for us.
That's a theme.
That is very much a theme. Guys, go watch some old Japanese cinema. It kicks butt. I just have to say, and not just because it's a samurai. My name's Seth. I'm joined here with
Mariah,
and from afar,
Patrick.
And we are your How to Be a Movie Snob team. Keep watching movies. Keep trying to be a snob. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
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 Goodbye.